The summer before starting medical school, went to some seminars where it's more like medical humanities. People get together to talk about like death and dying in medicine, or humor in medicine, and all of these different topics, and how we as physicians are kind of taking care of ourselves and growing throughout this process. And anyway, in a side conversation, I heard about some just gender-based violence that does exist in medicine. And I don't know why I was so surprised. I think I had always held medicine as an institution up to a very much a higher pedestal than maybe it deserves. That sexual assault, sexual violence does occur in medicine. That really was just on my mind brewing, and I was thinking, if I'm also not bringing awareness to this, maybe I'm just as complicit in this problem, in this cultural issue. So I worked with some students to organize a one-day conference at UCSF that we called Me Too in Medicine. And really the goal of that, I think, was to bring awareness to the problem of gender-based violence in medicine, but to also honor the survivors themselves. So often in these processes, through the Title IX process, the voice of the survivor gets lost, and their agency and their power gets lost. So to finally have a conference dedicated to them, I think was really moving for me, and to see how many people came out in solidarity and in being committed to growing as people, as part of that institution that we want to change the culture of. Another moment I'm thinking of is a community-based project I did with another underserved community. It's a church that's very near and dear to my heart, actually, in Union City. A lot of the folks there have health insurance, and yet have a lot of health disparities, in that a lot of folks were impacted by colorectal cancer, many types of cancers, just because of not having access to getting screened or information. Working closely with them to take their testimonies, to digitize those testimonies and make them into short little films about why is it that you get screened for colon cancer. And it was really beautiful to see how the pastor said, like, well, God gave us medicine and we should use it. Because in the beginning, people were saying, you know, if God's gonna give me cancer, God will also take care of me. To share these more emotional moments with people where they might cry to me because it was the first time they grieved the loss of their daughter to colon cancer. We ended up with 10 different short movies about why these folks get screened for colon cancer that we've now been using to just like disseminate to other communities. The greatest part was leaving this community with a new tool, a new skill of storytelling, of making short films that they can now use even when I'm not there.